Arg! Ahoy there, matey! Welcome aboard the world of boating.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
The radio show devoted exclusively to the boating lifestyle.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Brought to you by worldofboating.com, your internet portal for the boating enthusiast.
I was just looking into buying a boat of my own.
Call World of Boating toll-free now at 1-8888-28-BOAT. That's 1-888-828-BOAT.
And welcome. This is the World of Boating. Greg, your first mate, Captain Patrick, Mike the Mariner, even Captain Rusty joining us today as we navigate the latest boating news and information and celebrate 17 years on the air. Yes, we are beginning our 17th year broadcast of the World of Boating. Time flies when you're drinking rum, I think, is the appropriate term. And there you go, 17 years in a flash of an eye. And here we are still going strong or limping along, depending on your perspective. What do you say, Patrick?
I have no perspective.
Okay. He has no perspective at all. Rusty.
We are thriving.
We are thriving, according to Mike the Mariner. And Rusty.
Mike's been with us for 10 shows. What are you talking about?
Well, that's enough.
I'm still under warranty. I am still under warranty.
That's right. We can send him back.
You were a leftover. You were a leftover.
He's still under warranty. Yes. So if he gets out of line, we can send him back, I guess, right? Yeah. No.
So the gift, just so you know, for 17th anniversary is furniture.
Furniture. Okay.
Furniture. It represents sturdiness and a good investment.
Okay. So we should get a designated ottoman or something, or what do you?
No, Mike got a boat.
No, I want a Stid helm chair.
A helm chair. Okay, that counts as furniture, I guess. I was thinking more, more practical, even off the water. But
Greg.
Oh, a beanbag. How about that? A beanbag chair.
Ooh,
yeah,
I like those.
Yeah. Yep.
There you go,
Patrick.
Rusty, you'll never get up out of one.
Well, you shouldn't have to.
I would pay money. The beanbag cam for Rusty.
I actually have one, but when I was at the last boat show, the Ocean Tamer people were there, and I looked at them and I want some more. My problem is I have nowhere to store them; they just take up a lot of room most of the time.
Yeah,
but I do like them.
Okay, all right. Well, I guess we found out something about Rusty after 17 years that he does prefer beanbag chairs. But
I like them.
This is what you're going to expect on a show like today.
Happy anniversary, baby.
Yeah, you could do that. You could happy anniversary, all kinds of stuff. Yeah. By the way, Barry the bugger or boater is not with us today because he got his vaccine yesterday and he's a little under the weather. So he is celebrating in bed or probably sleeping, which is pretty much what he does every week on the show sometimes, actually. It's not that far out of the ordinary, would you say, Patrick, or what?
So, Greg, you are celebrating the 17th year on the air by denigrating the very people who help you do the show.
Yep. That's just how we roll.
Glad nothing's changed after 17 years.
Hey, when you have a formula, you stick with it, right?
What happens when I'm not around?
Yeah.
Oh, we have a great show.
Well, Mike the Mariner, he's, he actually is, he doesn't have any flaws, unlike the rest of the crew. So there's not much we can say poorly about him.
So, Greg, that would have been, you started the show then in 2004, right?
Yes, that is correct. April Fool's Day actually is our anniversary. No fooling.
Think about all the things that didn't exist in 2004.
When
you started the show.
Other than this show.
Well, see,
were iPhones around then?
TVs. I don't know what.
No, you didn't have the flat screens like we have now. You didn't have the smart TVs.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You were still probably dealing with brick or flip phones.
Okay.
No smartphones.
Mm-hmm.
Radio was in its infancy, so they had just discovered the FM band.
Okay, all right. I think our math might be slightly off. That's what happens when we don't have Barry the accountant with us to keep us in line on the math there.
Now, just so you do know, the average income was $45,817 that time. George Bush was president, and a first-class stamp was 37 cents.
All right. Well,
nice
what
to
is
know
the?
That my salary hasn't changed.
I was going to say, is that higher than it is now? We brought the world down, didn't we? I don't know. What is the average salary now? Do we even know?
I don't know.
You don't have that
$45,000 is going to be it.
I was
Probably
like,
hasn't gone up at all.
yeah, that's one of my guesses, but I don't know.
Well, here's a question for the crew, because I want to keep this on boating.
Yeah.
What has changed in boating in 17 years?
Well,
Come on, you all knew this was our 17th anniversary show. Surely
Well-
you got my text and you researched like I asked you to.
Well, certainly fuel prices.
fuel
that-
prices were probably higher then, were they? They might have even been higher then. I don't know.
In 2004,
Yeah.
It's about $2 a gallon,
All right.
not adjusted for inflation. So
So it was, well, okay.
it was $2 a gallon back 17 years ago on average.
All right. So if adjusted for inflation, it's probably about the same then, wouldn't it be?
Probably.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's
How
one
about
thing.
how about ethanol and fuel?
We didn't have that. They didn't talk about that 17 years ago, I'm guessing. Did they, Patrick?
Actually, we did, because I did it on the other show that I did before I joined your show. But it was in its infancy, the blending of ethanol. But let's talk more about boats as general. What we've seen in 17 years, you didn't see the number of outboards. You didn't see the number of center
Right.
consoles that you're seeing right now. You're not seeing the flat screen or the glass cockpit displays, fly-by-wire systems, which were really kind of centered around electronic diesel control, and had migrated into wakeboarding, becoming the wake sports market. How that exploded. That was, if anything, was in its very infancy 17 years ago.
Okay. But now
yeah,
it's
boat design
quite,
has changed drastically, actually, overall. I mean, look at the boats that are being produced these days. In every category, from bow riders all the way up to pocket yachts. 40 footers are now running around with outboards on them.
Yep. Well, 17 years ago, if somebody had told you that there'd be a 40-foot bow rider, they would have said you're insane.
you're
There's
crazy.
no market for there's no market for a 40-foot bow rider. Now, if you don't have one as a manufacturer, you're losing out on market share.
Yeah. Or like my dad's boat. My dad has a 42-foot center console with 3 engines on it. When he bought that thing, I thought, what are you doing? 42-foot boat with 3 outboards on it. Now they have 5 and 6 outboards on them,
Or
and
7.
nobody blinks.
Wait,
Yeah,
the 7
nobody-
was the max we've
nobody
seen? Yeah. So there you
And
go.
then look at to Mike, your point on design, how the cabin has kind of become an afterthought. Cabin is relegated to sleeping or using the facilities, and everything is moving on the larger yachts, 36s, 42s, 50, is moving up to the cockpit with the galley up design. Cabin doors, you are seeing have largely disappeared on a lot of models because they just want that pass through with the galley up design in the cockpit, and everybody wants that 360-degree view to see and be seen. Swim platforms, boats being convertible. If you had 17 years ago, somebody told you about folding down a gunnel side to create space and having that aft seat rotate 360 degrees, they would have said, "There's no way. There's no way. Nobody's
Sure.
going to buy that."
Yeah, and then the other thing is hull design. Like with vented hulls and stepped hulls and things that now these larger boats are moving around, requiring a lot less horsepower, and efficiency has increased drastically on larger boats. My dad's boat.
By the way, who's the
is-
Jingle
is,
Bells? Is that a bird behind you, Mike, or what? What is? It sounds like Jingle Bells or something.
The what?
Is that a bird
Jingle bell.
behind you? Because Mike's out on his boat, and I hear the jing, 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 jing. Is that a bird?
Yeah, those are birds. Yes, I'm on the bridge, and sorry about that, but yes.
No,
those-
that's okay. I just I
those are
didn't know
birds
if
flying around.
he was
Yeah.
trying to make it sound more Christmassy, more festive, since
No.
it was our anniversary or something. I didn't.
I'm a
like-
festive guy.
He's
And
wearing
Rus-
with bells on, right?
Rusty,
Yeah.
from a dealer level, since you've been a dealer for all of about 4 years, where was Chris Craft 17 years ago? Because they had a revitalization, a resurgence in the market. They hadn't really started that turn 17 years ago, right?
They hadn't. Actually, around 2000, they were just coming out of bankruptcy, and so they were kind of getting their new models, kind of as you see today. But I think one of the things you talked about earlier on, which is absolutely true, you didn't see outboards at that time. You had, these really sleek James Bond looking boats, and to where the place now is, those are actually starting to disappear, and they're going more with, just looks more like a standard boat in a lot of ways than what they've had in the past. So, they're about market share, and you're seeing that where once they had this just really beautiful boat, and now they're trying to make a more practical boat.
Well, there you go. All right, so that's what it was like 17 years ago. Let's look into the future next on the World of Boating. Stay close.
You're listening to the World of Boating Radio Network.
Hosting a radio show about scuba diving and boating is one of the best gigs on the planet. It's actually part of my job to check out and report on cool new products I personally use to enhance my diving and boating adventures. However, I do believe in sharing the joy, and this is why we've added Nanook protective hard cases to our list of products you can now purchase on the merchandise page at scubaradio.com. Nanook cases are designed to protect the most sensitive equipment in the harshest environments. Underwater photographers, listen up. From their high-impact NK7 resin to their exclusive Power Claw latches, Nanook has raised the bar for those of you that demand the best protection for your gear. Plus, Nanook protective cases cost less than similar products currently on the market. The company has been around for over 15 years, but it's new to the U.S., so we've made a small number of Nanook cases available exclusively for you at a special introductory price on the merchandise page at scubaradio.com. Go there now and check out Nanook, the evolution of protection.
Be an explorer in the other 2/3 of your world. Be the buddy who takes the kids in the aquarium instead of just to it. Be adventurous. Be amazed. Be a diver.
Even Keatley wasn't ready for me, or anything that followed. Chased by a police department, led by his ex-girlfriend, and hunted by brain fork-wielding Fijian assassins, it's everything he can do to keep from getting locked up, killed, or worse. Kava Screw is available as an ebook for $2.99 at Amazon.com. Kava Screw. Put a brain fork in him. He's done.
You have successfully navigated the Sea of Commerce and now are clear to cruise with the World of Boating.
I do like the water.
The radio show devoted exclusively to the boating lifestyle.
The sun, the sea air, good friends.
Brought to you by worldofboating.com, your internet portal for the boating enthusiast.
Happy anniversary.
Oh, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary. Pour a cheerful toast and fill it, happy anniversary. But be careful you don't spill it, happy anniversary. Oh, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary.
This is the World of Boating. Greg, your first mate. Captain Patrick, Mike the Mariner. And I was going to say Barry the Boater, but he's not with us. But we have Captain Rusty, so we kind of have a full crew.
Well, you got somebody who's trying to connect with us.
Who?
The second most senior member of the show.
Ooh. Okay. Well, what are you going to do? We'll just have to wait till the commercial break.
No.
Yep, we will. So we'll have to have that be a mystery guest. A mystery guest is going to join us a little bit later on. Yes, let's just leave it at that.
It's Captain Keith.
Captain Keith is incorrect. But
see, but the fact that Mike and Rusty didn't laugh, they have no idea who I'm talking about.
I remember Captain Keith.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. From Discover Boating, back from the NMMA. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and actually he's isn't he in North Carolina somewhere now?
Yeah, he's working with what's the brand of boats, Patrick? What does he work with?
Carabelli?
Nope.
No. What is it? Robalo? No. Is that right?
Nope.
Rubovich. No, that's,
Nope.
What is it again?
Regulator.
There you go, regulator. Right.
Is Captain Marlon Scott joining us, Greg?
I don't know. You evidently have booked a bunch of people I had no idea was even being considered today.
I thought we banned him from the show.
Okay, I don't know what we did, but let's talk about the future. We looked back at the past. Have you thought about what to expect 17 years from now as we celebrate our 17th year on the air here at the World of Boating, Patrick, or not?
Sure, because we've been doing nothing but talking about that probably for about the past year, which is the electrification of the boating industry. You're going to see, I think the first thing you're going to see is generators going by the wayside. And then you're going to see the influx of hybrid power plants as the industry continues to move towards. I think, what they're going to want to do is become environmentally sustainable in that regard, power wise, and move towards being totally non-fossil fuel burning.
Okay, that is the future. Like the Novolux boat that we've been talking to those folks about.
Well, Novolux, I mean, harnessing, the solar aspect to provide power, certainly. Larger battery banks as the battery sizes decrease, weight-wise, but yet the capacity to hold more of a charge. Inverter systems taking the place of generators. And the almost to the point where you've got self-driving, totally self-driving. I'm not just talking about autopilot. I'm talking about everything from the only thing you're going to have to do is untie the boat and tie the boat up if you want. The technology that we see in the automotive end will migrate to boats to where you're going to be able to go in and basically point on your flat screen on your helm. This is where I want to go, or input your destination, untie the lines, and then just sit back. And for me, that's boring. But for some people, that'll be, the end all be all.
What do you think, Rusty? Well, I mean, do you see that coming too?
I definitely see that coming now, and that will be. I think we can kind of have that autopilot now, but the part where you can get it to dock itself is going to be amazing and helpful. And
it's already there.
Well, it's already there, but it's only going to get more Greg proof. That's what I see that coming. I like that technology.
You're going to wind up with the first marina that has smart slips that will integrate with whatever system that you have.
They won't come soon enough.
Especially for transient boaters, again, to where all you've got to do, you're even going to find probably shore power cords will wind up going away. That's a big stretch as far as 17 years from now, but to where when you dock in, it will just be able to
do all the work for you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just like a ride at Disney World. You don't have to be a thinker. You just hop on your boat and let the computer take over and get you to where you want to be.
Yeah. Well, they have to address two sides of the equation. They have to address, of course, the power side, the battery side, power quality, the size and weight of batteries, and quite frankly, the safety of batteries. I mean, we've all seen, battery-powered cars erupt in flames, and you can't put those flames out once they start.
Yeah, that's a hamper on the future right there. They got to get over that whole fire issue.
They'll figure that out. But then there's the other side, and that's the load side. It's air conditioning with inverter motors versus what I have on this boat. So when you address the load side, you can run more systems on battery versus needing to have higher voltage.
Well, sure. I think you're going to see companies like Marine Air, where Dometic systems, where they are going to start to focus on kind of like what Seakeeper has done, where now they've got 12-volt stabilizers, for smaller boats, to where you don't necessarily need a generator to run it, but you need to have enough battery power, and you need to have engines that are putting out enough through an alternator. And that's another thing that we've seen and will continue to see is marine engine manufacturers offering larger capacity alternators to keep up with the demand. So it's all got to kind of meld together for all of these different parts that really help each other to provide to the boater, that next generation of boating that is really just around the corner. 17 years, I think you'll probably see it really in the next 7 to 10.
Yeah, and Mike, look at the bright side here, too. You won't have to fry any generators if you have no shore power and you're generating your own in the future.
Yeah, exactly.
So
it just gives Mike
a generator.
Yeah, it gives Mike an excuse to buy another boat, is what it does.
Well, maybe that's right. By the way, did you resolve that issue from last week? Did you find out?
Yes, I did. I replaced my fuel pump, and my generator's running great.
Yeah.
And
it was a fuel pump, or was it a solenoid?
I did have one anomaly though. I'll tell you about.
Yeah.
So I installed the fuel pump and got everything all connected. Put a voltmeter on, made sure I had the leads right, and then somehow, when I had my fingers up under that fuel pump, I reversed the leads, and then the generator wouldn't start. So I spent 3 hours trying to figure out that issue, and then realized
it was operator error.
Yeah,
or installation
so reverse
error.
the wires, and generator's good.
Okay,
everything's all good. Lesson learned.
There you go. So it was the fuel pump, the solenoids. That was the issue.
No, solenoid was fine.
It was just those wires were crossed.
No. The pump. It was the pump.
It was the pump. Okay, all right.
But then when it wouldn't start, I thought, well, no, the pump had to be good, and it was the solenoid.
There you go. You can catch up with the rest of class from last week's show.
You're listening to the World of Boating Radio Network.
Traffic sucks, unless you're scuba diving with Mike Scott.
Mike glanced down at his dive computer. It showed less than 50 PSI left in his tank. Probably just a few more breaths.
Or riding shotgun in a thrilling car chase.
One bullet hit the Jeep's windshield, spiderwebbing the passenger side. Mike shifted into second gear and felt the Jeep leap forward. This just got serious.
Escape your commute with audiobooks from author Eric Douglas. Download to your phone. Go to booksbyeric.com or audible.com.
Be an explorer in the other 2/3 of your world. Be the buddy who takes the kids in the aquarium instead of just to it. Be adventurous. Be amazed. Be a diver.
Imagine traveling twice as fast as you can drive. Imagine taking friends and family snorkeling, surfing, skiing, shopping, and more to exotic destinations. Imagine attending business meetings in cities far away and still making it home at night. Or just imagine exploring the wild blue yonder. Quit dreaming about it and get to it. There has never been a better time to become a private pilot, and Flight Training Professionals in Orlando will show you how. Flight Training Professionals in Orlando is your full-service flight school. A state-of-the-art flight simulator, a fleet of the latest Cessna aircraft, and a staff of full-time seasoned flight instructors are just a few of the many reasons Flight Training Professionals in Orlando is the place to start your aviation adventure. Call 407-896-0077. That's 407-896-0077. Or go to ftpros.com. That's ftpros.com. This is the World of Boating. Greg, your first mate, that's me. We're celebrating 17 years on the air today with the World of Boating. No fooling. April Fool's Day is our anniversary date, and we passed it with flying colors, or basically nobody noticed. So we're still on the air after all these years. And we got Captain Rusty, Captain Patrick, Mike the Mariner, and we're joined by a special guest who was there from day one. Now, yes, the engineer is finally with us as well. That would be Bill the engineer. Welcome, Bill. How are you, buddy?
It's good to see you. It's nice that I was able to come back.
Well, he's a little slow. See?
70th anniversary show.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me with you.
There you go. So, yeah, Bill's, moving a little slow in his old age. The rest of us are young and sprightly and
I have all my
everything.
original parts, Greg.
Okay.
You can't say the same.
Yeah.
You're looking good for 104.
That's
Thank
right.
you.
That's right. Patrick, what say you?
Yeah, final word on a look into the future. Greg is sampling all of our voices, just so you guys know.
Right.
And we will be replaced by AI versions of each one of us.
I already have avatars designed for every World of Boating crew member.
Little known fact, that's Bill right now.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know this. All of my intelligence is artificial.
Huh.
Mine too. What a coincidence.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to see what Patrick's avatar looks like. Let me just leave it at that.
Is it the one that looks like chocolate ice cream?
It's the one that looks like Wilson from Home
Chocolate
Improvement.
ice cream. Yeah. Yep. The poop emoji. You're on track there. You're on track for sure.
Is that Wilson or Kilroy?
I don't know.
He was here.
Yeah, one of them. But you'll have to stick around for another 17 years to find out what those avatars look like. All right. So
I'm just following Greg's directions because he gets mad if I don't. And he said, I have to put my face right up to the screen in order to be heard.
Okay.
Yes.
And
He
no.
doesn't mean the computer screen.
Right. Exactly.
Oh.
Yeah, but that's okay. Hey, you know,
Thanks
we've been
for
doing
letting me know.
17 years. Well, you'd think we'd have these kinks worked out by now, but no, that's just not how we roll here at the World of Boating. We learn as we go. We learn from our mistakes. If we didn't make any mistakes, we wouldn't be learning, and we're always learning, right? Right.
We should have learned a ton by
You're listening to the World of Boating Radio Network.
Look! Here comes a boat! Really? Oh, it's about time!
On this boat, we'll sail away tonight. And on this boat, confess that you were right. Sometimes I hate the world and them and all. Can you please take me away before I break?
Oh, Kevin, we're saved!
Come sail away with me. Come sail away. Come sail away. Come sail away with me. We're floating now. We're floating now.
This is the World of Boating. Greg, your first mate, Captain Patrick, Mike the Mariner, Captain Rusty, and even Bill the Engineer, rounding out the crew. Barry the Boater would be with us on our 17-year anniversary show, but he's a little under the weather after getting his vaccine yesterday. Nothing serious. He said something about sprouting a third nipple or something like that. But look, you can look at that as a side effect or a bonus, right? Exactly.
Isn't that his third nipple?
Could be. Maybe that was what he's concerned about. I don't know, but we'll find out next week.
Number 6 or 7? Then
I lost count.
I'm trying to do the math.
I blocked it out every time he brought it up. So it is
Three
what
to
it
the
is.
third power.
Yeah. What is Bill the Engineer exactly doing on our YouTube and Facebook live stream today? I don't. I see a shark.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
Is that what you're doing there, Bill? Care to explain? Okay, he's just amusing himself and those that can see him on Facebook Live and
I've been on the
YouTube.
show for like 3 minutes. I'm bored.
Well, hey, we've improved in 17 years.
After 17 years?
Yeah, it used to be after 60 seconds. He was out like a light. So we've gotten better over the years. So
By
there
the
you
way,
go.
in recognition of the 17th anniversary, want to point out that we are on our 17th studio.
Okay. Fair enough.
Well, that's if you count everyone's home studio.
That's right. We're
that's
remote.
even more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think I went through four studio changes.
Okay.
Starting,
and you're
right?
you're proud of that, or I don't know.
Well,
what-
no. As before you built the studio in your home,
Right.
My studio moved several times because the places which owned the radio station studios, which we had built,
Kicked
were
us out.
shady.
Right.
We're shady, move in the middle of the night kind of operations.
Mhm.
So sometimes that'll happen.
So is this an upgrade? I don't know. Maybe we should just leave that one lie, you think?
I like this one here where I don't have to wear pants.
Okay.
We didn't need to know that, but I will point out that I love doing the show from the boat.
Well, I do. You know,
Perfect place,
Mike
right?
the Mariner definitely has the best view out of all of us. That is very clear.
Did you guys talk about the
on
thing
Facebook
which Mike posted earlier already?
About
No, because
the
it
ramp?
really, really annoyed me.
Well, what was that, Mike? What did you post? I saw something, but refresh our memories.
So on the other side of the marina is the boat ramp, and I was sitting here. I was actually trying to fix my spotlight, which is not working. My remote spotlight.
It's because it's daytime, Mike.
And I happened to notice this boat had been in the water and out of the water 2 or 3 or 4 times. And I started paying attention to it and realized these guys were trying to launch their boat, but they had the tow strap still tied to the trailer, and they couldn't figure out why the boat wouldn't float. And and I was shaking my head, going, "Really?" I just don't.
You were looking at these guys saying, I bet if those guys have a generator, they have reversed the polarity of the wires and can't get their generator started. They're that stupid.
Yeah.
Now, it looked like a twin-engine jet boat is what they were trying to launch. And
that's exactly what it was. It was over that ramp,
You got to give those guys credit for, one, using transom straps. So let's not belittle people who are actually doing things the right way. And 2, it was a teaching moment, Mike. And you should have got up. And I understand that you don't have a loud hailer installed on that boat yet, but you could have got out your semaphore flags and started doing semaphore.
Well, I'm sure they would have understood all of that.
Just run them up. Run them up
and
the
then the other
mast.
thing, this was all happening right before the show, so it's not like
Right.
I could go over there and talk to the guys and then make it here.
You got to laugh at them first, and you just had time to laugh at them and point it out.
I've seen some amazing things at this ramp. I saw a guy drop a 26-foot Grady White at the top of the ramp because he inspected everything and then tried to back down the ramp, and the boat rolled off the trailer, landed on the cement, and slid all the way down into the water.
Wow.
That happened last year.
That'll take the barnacles off the bottom.
Yeah, that's one way to clean them.
Yeah, it was a very clean boat. Yeah, and it left a nice white fiberglass stripe down the ramp too.
Yeah, those are true skid marks.
Oh,
Yeah, did he continue with his day of boating, or did that end it for him? Well,
yeah,
see?
yeah. The boat. Thank God he had the engines rotated all the way up. So I'm sure his gel coat was scored pretty badly, but they got on the boat and checked everything out.
I said I meant to do that as soon as they got up on the boat and took off.
Actually, his exact words were, when he noticed the boat sliding down the ramp, he'd put his head out the window and said, "Well, that's one way to do it."
Yeah, well, there you go. It is.
That's exactly what he said. No cuss words or anything.
Well,
and that's not a particularly steep ramp at that marina. Was he using a roller trailer or?
Yes, he had a roller trailer. Exactly. Yeah. Well, I was way down the seawall. I saw him get out. I didn't know what he was doing, but it turns out what he was doing was releasing the eye hook and on the crank, and I guess he thought it would stay on the trailer, but nope.
Not on a roller trailer.
No,
that's why they call them roller trailers.
That's not a bug. That's a feature.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
Always wait till
it's an easy launch. I think they call it easy launch trailer.
Yeah. Always wait till the transom's in the water before you release the bow hook.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Rusty, have you ever been the subject of that type of stuff? You've never made any mistakes in your boating adventures, have you?
Not that anybody pointed out to me. I've run aground, as we all know, a few times.
Right. But those never
mishaps we won't bring up.
They've never showed up on YouTube. No one got any video of that.
Not that I know of.
Yeah, but Rusty is getting ready to make a trip over to the Bahamas, where he finally found a ferry service that'll take the truck, the trailer, and the boat.
Okay.
That's true. That'd be the way to go. It would save a lot of gas.
Well, there's that, I guess. Yeah.
But I am going, and I'm excited because both my boys are going to go with me. We'll do the trip like we did before with the Department of Ministry of Tourism from the Bahamas, and this time I'm going to the Grand Bahama Island. So I'm really excited about that. Already started planning it. Got my hotel room. If you've never done that, it's just such a nice trip.
Yeah.
100 miles from Fort Lauderdale to there.
All right. Hey, are you all?
How many boats are going?
I don't know yet. They said the most they'll take is between 15 and 30.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how many people signed up. It costs $75 to go, to
Right.
sign up to go with them. So paid my money. I'm on the list.
Yeah.
And
When
hopefully
is
the
it
weather
again?
will-
When are you going?
I am going June the 15th.
Okay. Well, by then, they'll probably have changed their rules and stuff too. So you may not even have to get a negative test by then.
I hope not. June 9th is when I'm going to.
Yeah.
If you know when they're going, if they publish that information and you know where the departure point is, why would you pay the $75? Why wouldn't you just follow them?
You know,
There's that.
It's a good point.
It's 30 boats. How could you get lost?
I just
Am
want
I
to be a
wrong
team
there?
player. I want the T-shirt. So.
That's right. They give you a free T-shirt for that $75. You get a free T-shirt.
That's right.
So and the camaraderie of they actually help you out quite a bit, especially with the paperwork and going through customs in the Bahamas and stuff.
It's all
Yeah.
apps now, Greg. It's all apps. It's all digital.
Well,
And ball bearings.
I don't know if that's
Apps and ball bearings.
I don't know if that's true for the Bahamas though, is it?
And going in the Bahamas, from what I can tell, it'll still be the same way. Coming back, of course, a couple of years ago, they changed to the Roam app. The government did, which
Yeah.
they just do it through FaceTime and really easy. I've already done all that and got signed up.
Are you carrying any drugs? No.
No, I haven't had any all day. Yeah.
No.
No, I'm not. Not anymore.
We haven't done them all.
Where's that voice coming from?
Yeah. Well,
Rusty's
Boy,
getting
that went
hauled in.
south. That whole thing went south really quick.
Yeah, it did, didn't it?
Actually, yeah. They're not going to think that it's something that he's going to put up his nose when Rusty talks, and it's like, well, yeah, things are good, things are fine. Why are you asking?
Why are you so mellow?
Just cause. Just taking it easy.
I'm in the Bahamas. I'm laid back,
Right.
I'm just
I have a prescription. So I'm
okay.
fine.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Now we're getting into too much
There it is.
information.
Just make sure you're wearing your press hat, and you'll be fine.
For the world of bloating, because we don't want to be associated with that, I don't think. Yeah. We have standards. They're much lower than what Rusty puts out there on a regular basis. All right, more coming up on the 17th year anniversary of the World of Boating. Stay close.
You're listening to the World of Boating Radio Network.
Do you have a message or product you need to share with the boating world? Well, look no further than the World of Boating radio show. Just like you, thousands of boating enthusiasts are hearing this message, and we could be talking about you and your product or service as early as next Saturday. Remember, a terrible thing happens when you don't advertise. Nothing. Go to worldofboating.com, send us an email, and let's get to work to make your marketing message matter.
Traffic sucks, unless you're scuba diving with Mike Scott.
Mike glanced down at his dive computer. It showed less than 50 psi left in his tank. Probably just a few more breaths.
Or riding shotgun in a thrilling car chase.
One bullet hit the Jeep's windshield, spiderwebbing the passenger side. Mike shifted into second gear and felt the Jeep leap forward. This just got serious.
Escape your commute with audiobooks from author Eric Douglas. Download to your phone. Go to booksbyeric.com or audible.com.
Hosting a radio show about scuba diving and boating is one of the best gigs on the planet. It's actually part of my job to check out and report on cool new products I personally use to enhance my diving and boating adventures. However, I do believe in sharing the joy, and this is why we've added Nanook protective hard cases to our list of products you can now purchase on the merchandise page at scubaradio.com. Nanook cases are designed to protect the most sensitive equipment in the harshest environments. Underwater photographers, listen up. From their high-impact NK7 resin to their exclusive Power Claw latches, Nanook has raised the bar for those of you that demand the best protection for your gear. Plus, Nanook protective cases cost less than similar products currently on the market. The company has been around for over 15 years, but it's new to the U.S., so we've made a small number of Nanook cases available exclusively for you at a special introductory price on the merchandise page at scubaradio.com. Go there now and check out Nanook, the evolution of protection.
successfully navigated the Sea of Commerce and now are clear to cruise with the World of Boating.
I do like the water.
The radio show devoted exclusively to the boating lifestyle.
The sun, the sea air, good friends.
Brought to you by worldofboating.com, your internet portal for the boating enthusiast.
Now, jiving is something that you never want to do with a rookie on board, so let's give it a shot.
Well, wait. Why is jiving bad?
It's not bad, it's just fun. Jive, ho!
Come on, man. Let's get over there.
This is the World of Boating. Greg, your first mate, Captain Patrick, Mike the Mariner, Captain Rusty, Bill the engineer, rounding out the crew as we navigate the latest boating news and information and reflect on 17 years of doing the World of Boating radio show. Yes, we've made it this far. We might even make it to next week. No telling. Patrick, what say you?
Well, really wanted to get off that subject and actually talk about some boat stuff.
Okay, go.
You up for that? Because all these stories that we usually don't get to talk about, they are on the World of Boating Facebook page. So if you haven't checked this out, like us and at worldofboating.com. And as we were talking about the future of boating across the newswire earlier this week, BRP, for those of you who are unfamiliar with that, that's Bombardier, Sea-Doos and stuff like that. They're going to invest $300 million in electrification.
Mm-hmm.
So they are looking at energy and torque development. They have formed an electric vehicle development center in Canada to integrate the charger and battery pack into the vehicles. That's going across their land-based and their water-based vehicles. A location in Austria will develop the inverter and electric motors. Again, we were talking about the inverter systems a little earlier. The Rotax, again, for those of you familiar with the Sea-Doo product, the Rotax electric power unit and BRP Sonic E cart that they're using right now was conceived and built in Austria. So they are investing pretty heavily in the future, unlike this show.
Mike.
What do you mean? We've invested a lot of time and effort into the world of boating over these 17 years. Come on.
Yeah.
A lot of tears over the years.
Earlier this week, we also posted about Florida in particular, even though this is the world of boating, has averaged 7 manatee deaths a day.
Jeez.
Guess what the leading cause isn't?
Boats.
Correct.
Really?
Yes.
How about the environment? Yeah.
It's what? Wait, hold on. Patrick, what is it?
It's environmental in nature. So they're seeing the depletion of seagrass, the colder waters, the power plants that have gone away. There was a story, I don't know if you remember, a few years ago where they actually had to put electric water heaters in the water where the one power plant was, because as they were dismantling it, the manatees know by instinct to come in there every time the water gets cold, and there was no warm water.
Yeah.
So they actually had to artificially warm the water for them so that they didn't die.
How did they artificially warm the water?
They peed in it.
That's what I was going to say. Is that...
They got teams of round-the-clock volunteers to just stand in waist-deep water peeing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They had a giant tea kettle.
Well, you can't imagine the waste of energy that is. I mean, before it was the outflow from the plant,
the nuclear power plant.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right, exactly. And then, for them to have to artificially heat the water in the area to save manatees is, I mean, think of the power bill in your home.
Yeah, but that's where the manatee organizations get on to county commission and state commissions and say, look, you created this area where they know instinctively to go, and now you're taking it away. There's nowhere else in this area where it's got warm water. They're going to die.
Yeah.
So hopefully the focus can be turned on environmental issues the way that they've turned them on boating issues, and kind of arrest that trend of 7 on average a day passing away. Also, there was a thing where I saw the World of Boating news team said that I was going to be posting my favorite manatee recipes. That is incorrect. I will not post them. You can email me, and I will give them to you.
That's fair. That's fair. The protest. You remember
I've
the
got an
year
air
that they?
fryer.
You remember the year they moved the Major League Baseball All-Star Game because of Patrick's manatee recipes? I remember that.
Huh. Okay.
That did
It was going to
happen.
be in Tampa, and they said no, too close to Patrick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we're all aware of the lack of boats out there in the market. If you're looking for a new boat, that's pretty thin. If you're looking for a decent used boat, pretty thin, unless you're pretty diligent in your search, the way Mike was. But it's gotten
I
so
can
bad
attest, yeah.
that over in southern Germany, they are now recovering a 4,000-year-old boat.
That is no, that's
What?
not the reason. No, they are not getting it because there are no other boats. They're not
Thanks for
going.
ruining the bit, Bill.
You know what? I'm not going to buy into the argument that they're getting this boat. They're not going to be bringing up the Graf Spee. That's not going to happen.
Well, this one that they're bringing up actually has Florida Boat Rentals on the side of it.
It's the most common, ridiculous. It's the most common boat name I've ever seen. Rent
me.
Okay.
Like there's a lot of boats around here called Rent Me. That's a very popular name.
Yeah. All right. Well, so what is the story? Get it out there, Patrick, about this boat.
They just. Well, Bill, you got it.
No, I don't have it. I just knew your answer wasn't correct. I knew they weren't digging it up.
You were commenting on
He
it
knew
like
this.
you knew the story. They just found this old canoe, and they decided that, hey, it's 4,000 year old. Obviously, everything here in Germany is going so great, we can spend this money on recovering a 4,000-year-old canoe.
Okay.
Are they going to put an outboard on it?
They're going to sell it and call it vintage or something, I guess, right?
It's quaint.
Yeah. All right. Well, hopefully you don't got to resort to that level of boat to find a used one out on the market. There's a few out there. You just got to dig a little deeper. And on that note, for the 17th year, we'll wrap it up. Till next time, remember, whether it's sail or motor,
life is better as a motor.
Safe boating, everyone.
Come back here, you barnacle-bitten swab!
World of Boating is brought to you by worldofboating.com, your internet portal for the boating enthusiast.
Any of this getting through to you, son?
World of Boating is a production of Overboard Entertainment Incorporated.
Computer standing by.
Remember, you can listen live or to archives of past shows worldwide over the internet at worldofboating.com.
Computers can do that?
So tell a friend and come aboard every week for the World of Boating.
This is so great. I can't wait. I'm getting goosebumps. Feel me.
The radio show devoted exclusively to the boating lifestyle.
TTFN, ta-ta for now.
The opinions you just heard on the World of Boating are those of the hosts, callers, and guests. They are not necessarily those of any station or network, its management, or advertisers.
What are you being such a weenie for?
While on the water, your safety and the safety of many others depends on you. So boat smart and operate your vessel only after receiving the proper training and instruction for your area.
There is a fine line between genius and madness.
Have any questions or comments? Feel free to do so via the web at worldofboating.com.